Lucien Vale, Echoes of Aura. Lucien Vale settled into his premium gaming chair in his well-lit apartment studio, nestled in a quiet suburb just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The blue-furred Lucario adjusted his black hoodie, making sure his chest spike was comfortable against the fabric. His red eyes glowed softly with aura energy as he checked the camera angle one last time, ensuring the soft ring light highlighted the subtle patterns in his fur. 11 years had passed since he mysteriously arrived in the real world through what he could only describe as a rift in reality. 10.5 years since he proudly stood in a courtroom and became a United States citizen. After Zoran Mamdani took office as mayor of New York City in January 2026, and the city began shifting in directions that made Lucien increasingly uneasy, he had decided it was time for a change. He relocated to Pennsylvania several months ago, seeking a calmer, more grounded environment while continuing his streaming work. The move had been refreshing. Tonight, with Nintendo's official permission, he was about to react to a video that still hit close to home even after all these years. He started the stream with his usual warm, growly voice, the kind that carried both strength and gentleness. Hello everyone, welcome to Aura Stream. I'm Lucien Vale, your friendly neighborhood Lucario. Tonight we are going deep. Nintendo approved this one, so we're reacting to the dark truth about Pokémon crimes by Crime is Fun. I'll pause after each major section and give my thoughts. Let's keep it respectful in chat. Here we go. The chat immediately lit up with excited emotes and greetings. Lucien's back. 11 years already. Legend. PA represent. Aura boy in the house. The video opened with dramatic music and the host donut operator setting the stage. He explained how obsession and money had turned a beloved children's franchise into something darker, highlighting how what began as innocent fun had grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry with unintended consequences. Lucien nodded slowly, his ears twitching. Right from the start, Donut is spot on. Pokémon was my entire life back home. Battles under the open sky, forming unbreakable friendships with my trainer and teammates, the thrill of evolution and growth. But here in the real world, it becomes big business. And where there is big money, trouble always seems to follow. I have seen it clearly in my 11 years living as an American citizen. He let the introduction play fully before pausing the video, leaning back in his chair. That headline about a man beaten to death with a bag of Pokémon cards, chilling. In our world, we fight with moves like Bone Rush or Close Combat, honorable, direct confrontations where both sides understand the stakes. Not everyday objects turned into weapons. It shows how far some humans will go when rare items become symbols of status and wealth. Pokémon Go Chaos section. Lucien resumed playback. The video dove deep into the 2016 launch of Pokémon Go, describing armed robberies using in-game lures, distracted driving deaths, people wandering into dangerous areas, and even police officers playing while on duty. Lucien paused at the first major story, his red eyes narrowing thoughtfully. All right, chat, this is where it gets real for me. When Pokémon Go came out, I had only been in this world a few months, maybe a year. Everything was still so new and overwhelming. I walked through Times Square and saw hundreds, maybe thousands of people glued to their phones. My aura was picking up so many emotions at once. Pure excitement and joy from so many, yes. But underneath that, I sensed greed, distraction, and vulnerability. He leaned forward, ears alert and tail flicking behind him. The lures. In the game they draw Pokémon. In real life, bad people use them to draw humans into traps. Armed robberies in parking lots, kids getting mugged in broad daylight. That is not what Pokémon is supposed to be about. We train to become stronger together, to build trust and teamwork, not to lure others into harm. Lucien shared a longer personal memory, his voice warm with nostalgia. One night early on, I sensed danger near a park in Brooklyn. A group of young players were gathered around a lure, laughing and trading stories. My aura picked up malicious intent from the shadows. I approached quietly, my presence alone, a real, living Lucario standing tall under the streetlights, startled some shady characters away. They took one look at me and decided tonight was not the night. I stayed until the kids went home safely, even posed for a few photos. Moments like that reminded me why I was here and what I could contribute. The video continued, covering distracted driving fatalities and people walking off cliffs or into traffic. Lucien's voice grew quieter, more somber. 25 direct deaths in the first summer alone, hundreds more from crashes. That hurts to hear even 11 years later. In the Pokémon world, we have wild encounters, but trainers look out for each other. We warn about dangerous routes and help those who fall behind. Here, the game made some forget basic safety. I have walked these rainy streets myself, both in New York and now here in Pennsylvania. I know how easy it is to get lost in your phone and lose touch with the world around you. He addressed the part about police playing on duty with respect. Donut was a cop himself. He admits they played too. I get it completely. The game was incredibly fun, but public safety comes first. As a citizen now, I respect the badge deeply. Officers have one of the toughest jobs out there. They should not be catching Pikachu while on patrol. Chat was active but respectful, flooding with supportive messages. Lucien protecting people with aura. Real-world Lucario stories hit different for real. Move to PA, smart move king. 11 years of wisdom showing. Lucien continued through the section, pausing occasionally for emphasis. By the end of the Pokémon Go part, he stood up and paced a little in front of the camera, tail swishing with restrained energy. That section was heavy. Pokémon Go brought so much joy to millions, including me when I finally tried it. But it also showed the dark side of obsession. We need balance, enjoy the game, but never let it control you or put others at risk. Trading card crime section. Lucien sat back down, took a sip of water, and resumed. The video shifted to the massive value of rare Pokémon cards, smash-and-grab heists, organized burglary rings, and complex counterfeit scams. It highlighted a former bank robber who turned to faking graded cards for millions. Cards, Lucien said with a deep sigh, rubbing the bridge of his snout. Back home, we collected them for fun and battles. They were memories of hard-fought victories. Here, a single Charizard can be worth a house. That kind of value changes people. It twists priorities. He paused during the heist descriptions, describing the footage he had seen online. Smash and grab, breaking store windows for a binder full of cards. I have seen the security footage. It's fast, violent, and desperate. These criminals treat rare cards like gold bars or jewels. In my old world, a strong trainer earns powerful cards through effort, training, and growth, not through theft. The counterfeit story fascinated and saddened him. A bank robber goes straight, then comes back with fake graded cards. Millions scammed. That takes serious planning, forging documents, infiltrating grading companies, fake labels, the whole operation. It betrays the trust of collectors. Young fans saving their allowance money get cheated out of their dreams. That is not right. It corrupts the joy at the heart of the hobby. Lucien reached off camera and shared his own small collection on stream, holding up a few cards carefully in his paws. I have a few real ones here, nothing ultra-rare, but they mean the world to me. They remind me of friends and adventures from the other side. I would never sell them for profit if it hurt someone else. These are connections, not commodities. He continued through the section, reacting thoughtfully to each story. Organized rings targeting card shops, insurance fraud, the underground market. Pokémon was supposed to be for kids and dreamers. Now it fuels adult crime. I talk about this on stream because awareness matters. If you collect, buy from reputable sellers, protect the hobby and protect each other. The chat shared their own stories, some of lost collections, others of positive experiences at local game stores. Lucien read several aloud, responding kindly. Thank you for sharing. We build community here. Positive vibes only. Let's keep supporting the good parts of this world. Organized crime and violence section. The video touched on the Yakuza using trading cards for money laundering and the tragic 2022 UK incident where a man was beaten to death with a bag of Pokémon card tins. Lucien's expression turned grave, his aura flaring slightly around him. This part is difficult. Organized crime like the Yakuza getting involved, using our cards to clean dirty money. It taints everything Pokémon stands for. Friendship, adventure, and fun become tools for evil. It's heartbreaking. He paused at the UK story, taking a long moment. Beaten to death with card tins. I have no words that make this better. A life lost over pieces of cardboard with pictures of us on them. As a Lucario who fights for justice in my own way, this angers me deeply. But anger must turn into action. Speak up. Support victims' families. Keep the community safe. Lucien took a moment to breathe, steadying himself. I became an American citizen because I believe in this country's ideals, justice, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Crime like this steals happiness from everyone. We must do better, both as individuals and as a society. Darkness in the Pokémon Universe section. The final major section analyzed the lore of the Pokémon world itself. International crime syndicates like Team Rocket, implications of war, chemical and biological warfare, and sniper-like Pokémon such as Decidueye and Inteleon. Lucien perked up noticeably. This was his area of expertise. Now we enter my world, Team Rocket. I have faced them more than once over the years. Giovanni's organization stole Pokémon, conducted cruel experiments, and caused chaos across regions. But they were always stopped by determined trainers and their partners working together. He elaborated passionately. The video mentions war and weapons. Yes, some lore hints at a dark history. Legendary Pokémon have immense power. Ancient battles shaped entire regions. But in our world, we also have hope. The power of friendship, evolution, and deep bonds overcome darkness every single time. About the sniper Pokémon, Lucien chuckled lightly, easing the tension. Decidueye and Inteleon as assassins, they are incredibly skilled, yes, but most are protectors at heart. Inteleon is a gentleman spy type, precise and honorable. Decidueye guards the forest and its inhabitants. It is how humans and trainers use the tools that matters most. A sword can protect or harm. Same with Pokémon abilities. Lucien spoke with growing passion. The Pokémon universe has shadows, but it is not defined by them. Every gym badge earned, every league victory celebrated, every new friendship formed pushes back the dark. That is the real message I want everyone to take away. Conclusion and final thoughts. As the video wrapped up, emphasizing how a multi-billion-dollar phenomenon brought both joy and danger, Lucien gave his closing reaction. Donut did a good job here. He clearly loves Pokémon but does not shy away from the truth. The franchise started innocent. It still is at its core, but money, obsession, and human flaws create problems. I have lived in both worlds now for 11 years. I choose to spread positivity and awareness. He looked directly at the camera with warm red eyes. To my fellow Pokémon fans, enjoy the games, collect responsibly, battle with honor, look out for each other in real life. If you see someone in danger, help them. That is the trainer code we all should live by. Lucien ended the stream after nearly 2.5 hours. Thank you for watching this deep reaction. Stay safe out there. Keep your aura strong. Lucien Vale signing off. The numbers were huge, one of his biggest streams yet. Fans flooded the chat with thanks and thoughtful comments. Nintendo sent positive feedback behind the scenes. Later that evening, Lucien stood by his window overlooking the peaceful Pennsylvania night. Rain lightly fell, just like in the old New York photos still hanging on his wall. He thought about everything he had experienced across 11 years, the joy, the darkness, the move, and the fans who kept showing up. 11 years in this world, countless streams, one living Lucario doing his best to make a difference. The dark truths existed, but so did the light, and Lucien would keep shining it, one honest reaction at a time.